Hello and welcome to today's science lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn around to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello! And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our lap, and close our eyes. When you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Very good. And next we'll do our stretching sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. This time we'll begin by rotating left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, let's have a shake. Shake it out. And then we'll take our right hand and we'll touch our left foot. Back up. Left hand, right foot. Back up and swap. Back up. Left hand, right foot. Back up. Right hand, left foot. And one more, left hand, right foot. Let's have one more shake. Okay. And to finish, we're going to do 5 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. What we were learning about in the previous science lesson. We were learning about air, but what were we learning about in relation to air? The importance of air. So let's write that phrase together. V-T-H-E. Importance. I-M-P-O-R-T-A-N-C-E. Of. O-F. Together, guys. The importance of air. Very good. And who can remember, who can give me some examples of why air is important? When do we use air? Breathing. Breathing is very important. So let's write for breathing B-R-E-A-T-H-I-N-G. Breathing. When do we breathe? All the time. So if we didn't have air, we would die. That's how important air is. And what about plants and animals? Do they need air too? Yes. All living things. Let's start together. All, A-L-L. Living, L-I-V-I-N-G. And things, T-H-I-N-G-S. So who can give me an example of living things? Apart from humans like us, what else is a living thing? Cats. Okay, so we can have cat. Let's see if we can get 3 living things. We've got cats. Trees. Excellent. Trees also need air. If there was no air, trees would die too. T-R-E-E-S. So we've got cats, trees, and people. Okay, we'll include us. How do we spell people? E-O-P-L-E. Excellent. So we've got animals, and an example of an animal is cat. And we've also got trees and flowers. And what are we? People. And these 3 things make up all living things. All living things need air to survive. Can we see air? No. Can we touch air? Can we smell air? But how do we know it's there? Remember the last lesson, the experiment we did with the glass and the paper? We know when air is there because it has mass. Okay? And does anybody know what we call the air that is all around us? Today, we're going to focus on one word in particular. The word that is around us on planet Earth, do you know what we call it? Atmosphere. Let's say that word together, guys. Atmosphere. Yes. Atmosphere is like a protective bubble that surrounds planet Earth, and it stops harmful things from getting in, and it stops us from going out. So let's spell that word together, guys. Atmosphere. T-M-O-S-P-H-E-R-E. Atmosphere. One more time, very loudly. Atmosphere. Atmosphere. Excellent. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at a PowerPoint presentation so that we can more understand about the atmosphere. So well done, guys. That was excellent. And what we're going to do now is we'll turn our chairs to have a look at the TV screen, and we'll have a look at the PowerPoint presentation. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation about the importance of air. Number 2. Because we looked at the first one last lesson. So what can we see in this picture, guys? There are 2 things in the picture. What are the white things? Does anybody know? Clouds. Excellent. And what is the blue thing? Sky. Excellent. So together we've got clouds and sky. Now remember our word from earlier beginning with A. What does clouds and sky make up? Atmosphere. Okay? The atmosphere is the air that surrounds us. So let's take a look. Air protects planet Earth by creating a protective atmosphere. What can you see in the picture? Planet Earth. And can you see air? No. But we know that all around our planet here is what we call the atmosphere. Even though we can't see it, it's what's keeping us alive. The atmosphere stops harmful radiation from the sun reaching Earth. Does anybody know what this is in the picture? The sun. Is the sun hot or cold? Hot. Very hot. The sun is the hottest thing in the universe. And the thing that stops the rays from the sun getting too hot and burning us is the atmosphere. The atmosphere protects us from the sun. The atmosphere makes the temperature on Earth comfortable. Not too hot and not too cold. Like you see this planet here, too hot, too close to the sun. And this planet here, too cold, too far from the sun. Yes, that's why planet Earth is the only planet with life, because we are just the right distance from the sun. Not too far, so we're not too cold, and not too near, so we're not too hot. So we have people, trees, animals on planet Earth, but all the other planets have nothing because they have no atmosphere to protect them. The atmosphere has 5 different levels. So let's have a look at layers of the atmosphere. Okay, layer 1 or level 1, where we are, Troposphere. Yes, you see here is planet Earth. And from the ground to about 10 kilometers is what we call Troposphere. Troposphere. After Troposphere, we go into the Stratosphere. Yes, that's when you see rockets and sometimes planes. When planes go very high, they can go into the stratosphere. But if you go even further into the sky, Mesosphere. Yes. In the Mesosphere is where you might see some stars or comets, like shooting stars you see in the Mesosphere. Further away, Thermosphere. Now we're getting very far into space. This is where we might see things like satellites. And then the last layer of the atmosphere, Exosphere. And that's far enough away to have other planets in it. Do you know the planet Mars? That's the closest planet to the Earth. And if we go far enough away to the exosphere, that's where Mars is, thousands of miles away. So one more time, guys, we have Troposphere, 0 to 10 kilometers. And this is where we live. We live in the atmosphere called Troposphere. But then, if we go more than 10 kilometers into sky, Stratosphere. Stratosphere is 10 to 50 kilometers. And in 10 to 50 kilometers. And in the stratosphere, does anybody know what this is? A rocket. Space rockets can go into the stratosphere. After the stratosphere comes Mesosphere. Yes, this is going really into space now. And what can you see in the picture? Stars. And what about this? Do you know comet? Comet. A comet is like a shooting star, a very large shooting star. There is one that comes around the Earth every 75 years. It's called Halley's Comet. It's next due to come to the Earth in 50 years. So if you're still alive, you'll get to see it. Then after Mesosphere, we have Thermosphere. From 80 kilometers to 700 kilometers. In this part of the atmosphere, we have satellites. And the final part of the atmosphere, before we go out completely, Exosphere. This is 700 to 10,000 kilometers away. And then you're far enough away until you get to the next planet. Does anybody know what this picture is of? The planet I mentioned earlier begins with M. Mars. If you leave the exosphere, you reach Mars. What color is Mars? Orange or red. Mars is known as the red planet because sometimes it looks red. So one more time, guys. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. Any questions? Excellent, guys. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation so that they can further learn about the importance of air. And the word that we're concentrating on today is atmosphere. We're going to examine the atmosphere. So how do we spell our word atmosphere again, guys? A-T-M-O-S-P-H-E-R-E. Atmosphere. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do a board activity so we can recap on the 5 different layers of the Earth's atmosphere. So to begin, I will draw a diagram here, and we will say that this is planet Earth. Okay, guys, so who can remember how many layers of atmosphere does planet Earth have? 5. Okay? So we need to have 5 layers. We'll have layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, and we can have some more, layer 4, 5. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the own words to our atmosphere on our diagram. So how many layers do we have, guys? 5. So we'll begin with layer 1. So who would like to put the word for atmosphere layer 1 on the board? Chu, can you come and join me at the front, please? What we'll do, we'll have student Chu to put the first name of the atmosphere. So remember, the first layer is closest to Earth. So we will stick it here. Excellent, Chu. And what's the name of this part of the atmosphere? Troposphere. Troposphere. Excellent, well done. Big round of applause for Chu. Okay, so we've got layer 1, troposphere. Now it's time for layer 2. And can you find a place anywhere in layer 2 you can put? Excellent, because it goes all the way around. So layer 2 of the atmosphere is called, are you ready? Stratosphere. Excellent. Stratosphere. Layer 1, troposphere. Layer 2, stratosphere. Excellent. Big round of applause for Prel, please, guys. Now, after layer 1 and layer 2, what layer's next? Layer 3 is mesosphere. Excellent. So, Pangpon, where will layer 3 go? Anywhere you want inside layer 3. Because remember, it goes all the way around. Okay. Mesosphere. Mesosphere. Really good. High five. Big round of applause for Pangpon. Come and join me at the front, please, down. And remember, guys, the atmosphere goes all the way around the Earth. What do we have here? We have thermosphere. Can you say one more time, down? Thermosphere. All together, guys. Thermosphere. Thermosphere. Excellent. And down, this time, can you put it somewhere around here for me? Because I want everybody to realize that what happens is the atmosphere goes all the way around the Earth. So as long as it's in the right layer, it can be anywhere. That was excellent. One more time. Thermosphere. Perfect. High five. Big round of applause for down. And now it's time for layer number 5. Furthest away in our atmosphere before we go into deep space. And what's it called? We have exosphere. Can you show your friends? Exosphere. Okay, so anywhere you like in layer 5. Perfect. And one more time, exosphere. Excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Pat Boone. So let's practice speaking one more time, guys. We've got the 5 layers on the board now. We've got troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. Excellent. And what we're going to do now is we're going to see who was paying attention in the PowerPoint presentation. Because now I'll ask my students to close their eyes. I will give them each a picture, and they have to try and think which level of the atmosphere was the picture belong to. Can you show your friends the picture? Okay, picture of planet Mars. Now, yes, what layer of the atmosphere do we think that belongs to? Is that close to Earth or far away? The furthest away. It belongs in exosphere. So can you place Mars in the correct layer, Lacko? Excellent. Perfect. We've got planet Mars in our exosphere. So high five and big round of applause for that. And let's see what Pat's picture is of. Can you show your friends the picture? Oh, okay. So it's people, humans like us. Which level of the atmosphere are we in? Are we in the mesosphere? No. Are we in the stratosphere? No, we're next to Earth. We're in the troposphere. So Pat, can you put our picture in here? Excellent, that will do. And one more time, troposphere. Perfect. High five, Pat. Big round of applause for Pat. What do we think, guys? Space rocket. Do we think the space rocket belongs in the troposphere? No, it can go higher into sky, into the stratosphere. So Nadia, can you place our picture in the stratosphere? Excellent, that will do right there. And one more time, Stratosphere. Perfect. High five, round of applause for Nadia. Does anybody remember what this picture is? Not a rocket. This is a satellite. Yes, you know when you use your telephone or you watch television, this is how the signal gets to your phones. It's sent to satellites and then bounced back to planet Earth. But it's not quite far away from Mars. It's in the next one. It's in what we call Thermosphere. So Net, can you put the picture of the satellite into the Thermosphere? Excellent. And one more time, Thermosphere. Thermosphere. Excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Net. Show your friends. Does anybody remember what this picture is? What can you see lots of in the background? Stars. And a picture of a comet. Now, what layer of our atmosphere does this belong to? Excellent, Preo. It's the one with nothing yet. It's called the Mesosphere. One more time. Mesosphere. High five. Big round of applause. That was excellent, guys. So before we finish, one more time all together. Troposphere, Stratosphere, Mesosphere, Thermosphere, Exosphere. And I'll leave this diagram up for your worksheet activity soon. But that was excellent. Well done, guys. And what we're going to do now is our stretch sequence. So everybody stand up and push in your chairs. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a song together. Everybody knows head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Excellent. We're going to do it one more time. We're going to do it slowly, and then we'll do it quickly. Okay? Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. And to finish, 5 claps. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So teachers, what you'll need to do is you'll need to print off a worksheet for each of the students in your class. And as you can see, we've got a diagram of Earth and the different layers of Earth's atmosphere. What our students need to do is they need to correctly assemble the 5 different layers, very similar to the activity we've done on the board. And what they can do is for each atmosphere is they can draw a picture to represent something that exists within that atmosphere. And also we have planet Earth. So if we have time, we can colour in planet Earth too. What colours will we colour planet Earth? For the sea? Blue. And for the land? Green. Excellent. But what's the first thing we need to do, guys? Write our names on top. And remember, 5 different layers of atmosphere and our 5 different names. And in each atmosphere level, you can draw a picture for something that you will find there. So Nadia, this one's for you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Down, here's yours. Ned, you're welcome. Pak Boom. Theo,
Thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Pat, Rakau, you're welcome. And give our students around 15 minutes for this activity, because it gives them some time to do some colouring and drawing too, once they've written the different names of the atmosphere. And have a think, guys. If you can think of different things to draw in your atmosphere, you can do. For example, in the first level, the troposphere, you don't have to draw people. You could draw animals, birds, trees, anything you want. And then in the second one, you could draw airplanes. It doesn't have to be a rocket. You can use your imagination to draw. Excellent, Pangpon. Troposphere is the first level. And if you have space, if you have time, you can draw the distances too. Like the first layer, 0 to 10 kilometers, troposphere. Then from 10 to 50 kilometers, stratosphere, and so on. Excellent, Tube. The one furthest away is the exosphere. So what will you draw in the exosphere? In the exosphere, we have planets or stars or aliens, spaceships. Troposphere. Can you practice? Let's see. Troposphere.
Troposphere.
Stratosphere.
Stratosphere.
Mesosphere.
Mesosphere.
Thermosphere.
Thermosphere.
Exosphere.
Exosphere.
Perfect. This is the atmosphere, and they're the 5 different levels. So now you have time, you can draw a picture or colour, anything you think you will find in the atmosphere. You can, or it's okay if you don't have space, you can do the distance of the kilometers. If you want, you can draw it outside. Because it shows your troposphere is 0 to 10 kilometers. Then after the troposphere, stratosphere, 10 to 50 kilometers. As we get further away from the Earth. So Pakbong, the first one, troposphere, where we are, 0 to 10 kilometers. You can draw too. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they completed their own atmosphere with its 5 different levels. And if there's time, they can enjoy colouring and drawing pictures too. So before we finish, guys, how many levels to our atmosphere? 5, okay? Level number 1, where we are, troposphere. 0 to 10 kilometers. Then out to 10 kilometers. Then after troposphere, we have stratosphere. From 10 to 50 kilometers. And after stratosphere, we're into the mesosphere. 50 to 80 kilometers. And then thermosphere. Thermosphere is 80 to 700 kilometers. Thermosphere, 80, 700 kilometers. And after that, the last one, into deep space, exosphere. 700 to 10,000 kilometers. Excellent. Very well done, guys. Well spoken. And that's the end of today's lesson. So we hope you found it interesting, enjoyed the activities, and learned something too. And we'll see you again soon for our next lesson. So until then, can we all turn to wave and say bye-bye? Bye-bye. See you again soon.